Episode title: The Gilgo Serial Killer, Long Island Mysteries. July 13th, 2023. A quiet Long Island neighborhood wakes to the sound of sirens. Police swarm a modest brick home in Massapequa Park. Inside lives a man his neighbors describe as quiet, a family man, a respected architect who commuted to Manhattan every day. But today he's dragged out in handcuffs, and his name will soon be known around the world: Rex Heuermann. Investigators say this man, an ordinary father, may be responsible for some of the most chilling murders in American history. Who was Rex Heuermann? And who were the women whose lives he is accused of stealing? Rex Heuermann was born in 1964, raised in Long Island, New York. From the outside, he seemed painfully ordinary. He grew up in Massapequa Park, graduated from the local high school, and eventually became an architect. He ran a firm in Midtown Manhattan, just blocks from the Empire State Building. On paper, Rex was successful. He had a wife, 2 children, and a career that demanded intelligence and discipline. He was the kind of man you'd pass on the street without a second thought. But behind closed doors, he harbored a secret life, one filled with obsession, deception, and darkness. Court records would later reveal thousands of disturbing internet searches, violent pornography, escort ads, and even detailed examinations of the very murders he's accused of committing. Neighbors said he kept to himself. Some described him as awkward, others as strange. But no one could have imagined that this quiet suburban man might be the monster who terrorized Long Island for over a decade. To understand this story, we have to remember the women whose lives ended too soon. They weren't just victims. They were daughters, sisters, mothers, real people who deserved so much more than the fate that found them. Melissa Barthelemy, just 24 years old when she vanished in 2009. Melissa grew up in Buffalo, New York, and dreamed of building a better life for herself. She moved to the city, working as an escort to make ends meet. But when she disappeared, her family didn't just lose her, they endured a nightmare. For weeks, Melissa's little sister received phone calls from someone mocking her, taunting her with details of Melissa's death. Investigators believe those calls came from Rex Heuermann. Megan Waterman. At just 22, Megan was a mother to a young daughter in Maine. She had her struggles, but she was determined to give her child a better future. In June 2010, she traveled to Long Island with her boyfriend. One night, she left a Hauppauge hotel and never returned. Amber Costello, 27 years old, outgoing, funny, but battling addiction. She lived in West Babylon, Long Island, and also worked as an escort. In September 2010, Amber left her home to meet a client. That was the last time anyone saw her alive, and she was believed to be the last victim. Maureen Brainard-Barnes. At 25, Maureen was described as sweet and kind-hearted. She left her Connecticut home in 2007, heading to Manhattan for sex work, hoping to support her children. She never came back. These 4 women became known as the Gilgo Four. Their bodies discovered in 2010, all wrapped in burlap, buried near Gilgo Beach on Long Island. The truth began to surface almost by accident. On December 11th, 2010, police were searching for another missing woman, Shannan Gilbert, when an officer's K-9 stumbled across human remains. At first, authorities thought they had found Shannan. But as days passed, more bodies surfaced, 4 women in total, each hidden in a similar way. Fear gripped the community. Had a serial killer been hiding in plain sight all these years? For the families of Melissa, Megan, Amber, and Maureen, The discovery confirmed their worst nightmares. But it would take more than a decade before police would name their suspect. Years went by, leads dried up, suspects came and went. For over a decade, the case remained cold, haunting both investigators and the families who demanded justice. But behind the scenes, technology was evolving, and with it, hope for answers. Cell phone records revealed that the killer used burner phones to contact his victims. Those same records placed Rex Heuermann near the locations where the women vanished. The real breakthrough came in 2022, when detectives secretly collected DNA from a pizza crust Rex threw away. That DNA matched genetic evidence found on the burlap used to wrap one of the victims. The walls were closing in, and Rex had no idea. In July 2023, Rex Heuermann was arrested and charged with the murders of 3 women: Melissa Barthelemy, Megan Waterman, and Amber Costello. He remains the prime suspect in the murder of Maureen Brainard-Barnes. The charges shocked his family. His wife filed for divorce. His neighbors couldn't believe it. How could the man who lived quietly among them for decades, taking the train to work, mowing his lawn, raising his children, also be accused of being a cold-blooded serial killer? Investigators continue to examine whether Rex is connected to more deaths, possibly as many as 10 additional victims found near Gilgo Beach. The trial is ongoing, and the haunting questions remain. The story of Rex Heuermann is more than just the tale of a man accused of murder. It's the story of how evil can wear an ordinary mask. It's about young women whose lives ended too soon. It's about families still searching for closure. And it's about a community that must grapple with the fact that a killer may have walked among them for years, unnoticed. If Rex Heuermann is guilty, he joins the ranks of America's most terrifying predators. Men who blend in, men who hide behind normalcy, until their crimes finally catch up to them. Rex Heuermann's trial will reveal more in the months to come. But one fact is already undeniable. For over a decade, the Gilgo Beach murders haunted Long Island. And the most terrifying part? The killer was right there all along, living quietly in a house by the train tracks. If someone like Rex could hide in plain sight, how many more monsters are out there, waiting to be unmasked? Don't forget, this is Tales of Crime and Mystery, your favorite storytelling channel where every question leads to another secret, and every secret hides a darker truth. Subscribe for more truths yet to be uncovered.